Hello everyone, today we are going to start our next chapter of class 7th, that is the rise of small kingdoms in North India. Chapter number 10. As I already said that the chapter name is the rise of small kingdoms in North India. So the Harshvardhan was the last great ruler of the ancient India. Harshvardhan born in the 590 CE. Here CE means Common Era. So Harshvardhan was the great ruler of North India. After his death, the whole empire disintegrated into small kingdoms due to miserable economic conditions and lack of proper administration by his successor. This was a period of political instability. Political instability here means the kingdom does not have a good ruler or a capable ruler to rule the whole empire. So between the period of 750 CE to 1000 CE, there were three emerging empires that came into existence. That were the Rashtrakutas, the Palas, and the Pratiharas. The Rashtrakutas were the kingdoms of the found in the central India. The Palas is the kingdom of the mostly eastern part of India, and the Pratiharas was the kingdom found in the states of Gujarat and the Maharashtra. So, due to the political instability and the miserable conditions of the Harshvardhan's empire, these three empires came into the existence. We will study about these states or these kingdoms one by one in the brief. So the Rashtrakutas take over the control of the part of the Deccan. The Palas found in the eastern India, that is Bengal and Bihar region, and the Pratiharas found in the southern Rajasthan and the Gujarat. This region is also known as the Avanti region. In the map, if you can see that the Rashtrakutas that found in the central India, the Pratiharas in the western India, and the Palas in the eastern parts of the India. So we'll discuss about all these one by one. First are the Rashtrakutas. The Rashtrakutas established the most powerful empire in the northern Deccan in the 753 CE. These are continuously engaged in wars with one another. The Rashtrakutas engaged in the wars with the Pratiharas and the Palas to become a supreme power. So Rashtrakutas developed their kingdom in the northern Deccan in 753 CE. They become the masters of a large area of the present Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, and the Karnataka. These are the states that were occupied by the Rashtrakutas. This empire acted as a bridge between the North India and South India. They became the master of a large area, and they joined the parts of North India with the South India. The most powerful king of the Rashtrakuta empire was the Danti Durga. Also, Danti Durga is considered to be the real founder of the Rashtrakutas empire. If the question came that who was the founder of the Rashtrakutas empire, the answer was the Danti Durga. Danti Durga was the founder of the Rashtrakuta empire. Govinda III and Amogh Varsa 1840-1880 CE were the well-known Rashtrakutas king. After Danti Durga, these became the king of the Rashtrakutas empire. The Rashtrakutas were the great warriors, art lovers, and the scholars. They love a lot to their art and the paintings. There were certain titles taken up by the Rashtrakutas. In modern times, the titles like Mr., Mrs. So at that time, Rashtrakutas, the titles are like Chakravarti. After that, Maharajidraj, and the most powerful was the Param Bhatrak. They maintained huge armies